Throughout history, people worldwide have shared stories of creation, heroes, monsters, romance, tragedy, death, and rebirth. Mythology has helped shape ancient beliefs, explaining the inexplicable. Slavic mythology and folklore have given rise to some of the most frightening and peculiar creatures that bear a resemblance to other European mythical beings, such as dragons, vampires, demons, goblins, and creatures of the water and the night. Hello everyone. Welcome to Unknown Mysterious Creatures, UMC channel. I am Cryptozoology. In today's video we are going to exploring some of the unknown monsters and mysterious creatures of Slavic mythology. However, the Slavic creatures have an even more otherworldly and disturbing quality. In this video, we will explore some of the most infamous and repulsive monsters of Slavic mythology. The first monster is the Striga, a winged demon typically depicted in female form, with a human-like face, sharp talons, bat wings, yellowed eyes, and a voracious beak used to feed on victims' blood or bodies. The Striga's breath was toxic and could kill sleeping infants, and the creature was said to be born from people with 2 hearts, 2 souls, or a double row of teeth. The Striga attacked travelers and people wandering in the woods at night and could be recognized by a characteristic blue glow that surrounded its body. Its victims were identified by their left eye, which remained open in a dead stare. The Striga could be repelled with hawthorn branches, holy water, or the blood of a pig. Like other vampiric creatures, the Striga was vulnerable to sunlight or decapitation. Another Slavic forest guardian was the Leshy, a shape-shifting spirit that protected animals and tormented humans in the woods. Leshyes were generally human-looking beings but could transform into any plant or animal they chose. They had long hair and beards made of living grass and foliage and changed size, becoming a tree-like giant at the forest center and tiny enough to hide under leaves at the forest's edge. Leshyes mimicked the sounds of animals, birds, or the rustling of trees or brooks to communicate, and they acted as mediators between farmers and wild animals, occasionally protecting livestock from wolves. However, Leshyes were not fond of humans and were known to mislead or attack loggers and hunters who threatened their homes. Vodyanoi, or grandfather of the water, was a Slavic water spirit that appeared as a naked old man with a frog-like face, greenish beard, long hair, and a body covered in algae and muck, usually covered in black fish scales. Vodyanoi had webbed paws instead of hands and a fishtail and eyes that burned like red-hot coals. Vodyanoi was mostly found in rivers, streams, or ponds, floating on half-sunken logs and making obnoxiously loud splashes as they moved. They enjoyed upsetting others and would break dams, destroy watermills, or drown people and animals. They attacked inexperienced swimmers and could drag their victims down to their watery realm, making them slaves for all eternity. Russian peasants believed that anyone approaching a body of water after dark risked being attacked by a Vodyanoi. Another creature of Slavic mythology is the Rusalka, a water nymph or mermaid who inhabits rivers and lakes. In Slavic folklore, Rusalkas are typically depicted as beautiful young women who died by drowning or suicide. They lure men into the water with their enchanting songs and dance, and then drown them. Some stories describe them as vengeful spirits seeking revenge on men for wrongs they suffered in life. Rusalkas are said to have long green hair and pale skin, and to wear diaphanous white clothing or sometimes no clothing at all. They have a tragic quality to them, being both alluring and dangerous, and often represent the capriciousness of nature. To protect oneself from Rusalkas, one should avoid swimming in the water at night and refrain from whistling or singing near the water's edge. It is also said that wearing a garland of garlic or wormwood can repel them. Now, we'll be looking at the final monster of Slavic mythology, which is referred to as me, and his cognitive. These terms are used to describe dragons and massive serpents, although they may differ from the traditional European dragons, such as the one depicted in the Epic of Baia, which resembles a wolf with wings, fire breath, and a reptilian appearance. Slavic dragons are known for their intelligence and cunning, often using these traits along with their brute strength to kidnap maidens and toy with heroes in stories. Unlike most European dragons, they are not always depicted as completely evil. Slavic dragons possess the power to shapeshift, often taking on the form of humans for sexual purposes, and they are capable of having children with humans. These offspring were thought to become brave warriors and heroes. Some Slavic dragons have power over specific elements or areas and can provide assistance or protection to nearby villages. For instance, The Shmi dragons were believed to protect the Balkans from brutal storms that could ravage farms and villages. However, in Eastern Slavic tales, particularly in Russian fairy tales, dragons are typically seen as enemies to be vanquished by the bogatyr, the Russian equivalent of a knight. The most famous Slavic dragons include Goran Ich, a dangerous multi-headed beast large enough to block out the sun with his massive wings, Udo, who guards the Slavic underworld and the column off the bridge into it, and Smok Wawelski, the dragon who reportedly plagued the legendary King Krak. The monsters and creatures of Slavic mythology are both feared and honored, and have been used for generations to entertain and frighten people. These creatures often mirror humanity's fears and serve as protectors of nature, punishing those who enter their worlds. They are a unique and fascinating part of Slavic folklore and continue to be featured in modern fantasy stories. I hope this video has provided some insight into the monsters and creatures of Slavic mythology. Thank you for watching this video on the Slavic mystical creature. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Until next time, farewell.